to speak.
Thank you, Speaker. Much has been made of this issue with respect to perceptions of backdoor politics and openness of political process. And I want to emphasize the word perception, because for many here, and some councillors have admitted this to me, and some only moments ago, that they agree with some of the points that Councillor Min Wong and have made and Councillor Moskal will make, but yet they are still voting for the ban because of perception. And there seem to be two sides, and each side is accusing the other of being anti-democratic and downright evil, as though the two were totally interdependent and opposites. But we find that there is a gray area involved in many of the issues that we're discussing. I want to point out a couple of issues that that may alter perception. One is, what is the point of publicly eschewing the union donations and then turning around and accepting union members through their locals to come into the campaign and erect signs and work in your office and work the phones and go door to door? I'll tell you what the point is, and it's a political point, and it seems to me to be a sham and a farce, and it throws this whole debate into one of mockery. What's the point of trumpeting that your campaign will not accept business dollars directly as a financial contribution, and then turning around and accepting staffing for your political campaign directly through the business community? You've seen what Councillor Min Wong has put up on the screen, and it speaks columns and chapters in the book of how to run election campaigns. And we've seen and heard other councillors' experiences. So much of it is being done under the table now. What we're proposing today will drive it even further under the table and into obscurity. There will be less transparency, less financial diligence, and less accountability with a system that prescribes direct union and business donations. What you'll find typically with this exclusionary method is a tendency to have businesses filter their political donations through individuals that they employ, or rather, you may not find it at all because it will be done behind closed doors. It's so much for transparency. The ban also would work as a clear disincentive to prospective candidates who cannot possibly collect near enough money to run a winnable campaign. Union support, business support, is essential to some first-time candidates in order to hope to unseat incumbents. Someone like me would not be here at Council if I had not accepted business and especially union donations when I first began to run. Someone like me who did not have the financial wherewithal and the representation of a wealthy, even middle-class community would not be electorally electable. This, in the absence of a sophisticated, well-heeled, and active community group, the only way newcomers would be successful in their quest to be elected would be through these types of donations. So, with respect to reaching out to the community for funds to run an election campaign, I maintain that those entities for whom political influence is important will invariably find a way to contribute their financial resources, and they will do so with great frequency, quantity, and sense of purpose. They will not be stopped. And those poorer and working class communities that cannot possibly hope to contribute substantial funds to a local candidate will invariably be left out in the political cold. They will rarely be able to present a winnable campaign because they will be barred from accepting business and union donations on behalf of the local candidate. In summation, Speaker, I maintain my position that there is absolutely no way a system based on banning sectoral donations can slam the door on backdoor shenanigans. It will, in fact, encourage and foster greater backdoor dealings. It will work towards veiling union and business participation in campaigns instead of presenting such donations openly, as we do now. Moreover, a sectoral donation ban will undoubtedly, insofar as I'm concerned, be a death knell in the emerging novice candidate. It will help ensure that those of us who sit around this table will continue to do so unabated and virtually uncontested.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Pantaloni.